pride in, and that's one down where you know the ball is going to be in the quarterback's hands. And I didn't do a great job of keeping us on the field on those downs. So, for me, it was about evaluating the tape and figuring out what I wasn't doing, these 2 games versus what I did the first 5 games, which wasn't much different than, what I've always done. It's just a matter of a situation where we just didn't get it done.
Does Dana tell you you're too hard on yourself?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I think, he understands that it's just my competitive nature, and I'm not going to be hard on myself and lose confidence in myself. I'm not going to gain any confidence in myself by doing good. I'm just going to continue to work hard and try and be as best as I can when I'm out there on the field.
Was there anything away from football in the last 2 weeks you did to kind of refresh yourself mentally?
No, I just stayed with it, man. I stayed the same. Continue to watch tape, continue to work on my fundamentals and try and get better. Try and be a better leader. That's one of the things that you can't coach as well. It's something that comes from within, and you got to evaluate yourself. And overall, I think I did a pretty good job at just handling the situation. It's tough to lose 2 games like that. I mean, it's very hard. But like I said, you got to keep things in perspective and not get ahead of yourself and not think that this team who just won 9 in a row, you lose two straight, and now you're just a bad team. You're not. It's the same guys, same system, same coaching staff. It's all about just getting back to it and remaining confident.
For the most part, you've been your own coach pretty much anyway, other than
outside of the coaching that I get from Dana and Jake and those guys. They do a great job of coaching me and just working on my mechanics and looking into things that I need to do to better myself. But they know that I'm going to come in here and put the work in.
Go ahead.
You mentioned some of the reps some of the freshmen were getting. Kind of thinking back early in your career down at Auburn, I think Marshall, Gator Bowl, how important were those experiences for your development?
They won't know it until they're seniors or until next year when they're out there and things just feel like, they're just so comfortable with it and, they're not wondering, doubting themselves, wondering, am I cut out for this, wondering, am I ready for this, this level of play. But as things go along, as they get older, they'll understand, that these reps mean a lot. Just for the simple fact that the more you see, the better you are.
I just got a stupid question of the week for you. What holiday has the best food? Or what's your favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving? I think 4th of July.
Well, 4th of July is
hot dogs, grilling out, man. That's my favorite.
Grilled food, that is nice.
Thank you. Did you ever have any kind of ways or methods that you would use to try to break out of the slump, back in high school or middle school or even early in college?
The best part about it is, especially with quarterbacks, you got to have a short memory. You got to put that stuff behind you. I remember when I was on that, stretch where I threw 24 touchdowns and no interceptions, and everyone was raving about it. But I kept saying that, it's just that's how football goes. I'm not out there saying, I want to throw this many touchdowns in a row before I throw an interception. I want to do my best on every play and see what happens. And, so that's what I try and do. I put everything behind me. I'm not going to dwell on the past. I'm not going to get caught up into what's happened previously. Instead, I'm just going to continue to work hard and worry about the future.
How about the seniors trying to finish this thing off on a good note? The national championship's going, maybe the 12. What do you guys feel as a group to kind of cement that legacy?
I think what we have to do is just remain steady. College football is one of those things where it's going to play itself out. It's kind of like cards. You never know what's going to happen from week to week. So we can't worry about the future or bowl games or the only thing we need to do is try and win this game this week and not worry about anything else.
Thanks, man.
Last year you guys have lost 3 games during regular season. This year you lost 2. But the season isn't over. How important is knowing that you can look back at last year and say, hey, we can still do this?
That's happened to me every year here, as far as my career. So I've kind of got a lot of experience with just losing games, tough ones. And everyone will tell you that I hate to lose anything, especially football is a game that I love. So the thing is that I'm gonna try and make the best of it. And I have 5 games left of my collegiate career, and it's been a fun ride. But I'm not gonna look in the past and think about what I've done. It's not time to reminisce. It's time to work harder and get better, and try and win every last one of these games.
You said Dana's not come to you and told you you're taking it too hard or anything like that. He's told us like 3 times in the last week that he's been worried about how hard you've taken this.
That's his job. He's a head coach.
Yeah,
it's his job to worry about his players and my well-being. He knows I'm a competitor. He knows I'm gonna, be hard on myself. after a win and even harder after a loss. So, it's just the way I am. Everyone knows that. As you can tell, I'm not losing any confidence or any sleep over it. The key thing is that I'm going to continue to work hard and try and lead these guys the best way I can, and put what's happened in the past behind me and focus on TCU.